Alright, enough of me screwing around. Hello, one and all, Facebook people, YouTube people, all the other kinds of digital people out there. This is not an episode of Suck Less. This is a review, my second review. I could do a third, but the one guitar I could review, which I have to show you because she's my baby, is this. Yes, it's a Nita Strauss Ibanez Jiva 10, and there's like 5,000 reviews online, and they're all great reviews. And I pulled the trigger on this last year, and this is my favorite guitar ever. So, if you want to see a good review on this, just type in Jiva 10 in YouTube and you'll get a ton of them, and they're all great. So I decided to not do one on her because there's no need. Now, my last guitar review was the Paul Stanley Ibanez Iceman, of which there was a very not lot of them. That's the best I can say. there was none. I mean, there was one. I mean, we talked about the one. So so I was. It takes me a while to. I'm not one of those guitarists that is in constant need of new gear. I need a new guitar every week, every day, every minute, every second. I'm not that guy. That Ibanez does it for me. However, it's got a double locking system, and once they're locked down, they're locked down. And it's stuck in the tuning it's stuck in. So I write music in different tunings, standard, drop, D, E flat, D, drop C. I've gone down to drop B before, but it's rare. So that is my excuse for needing another guitar. Although I think this one I'm going to keep in standard, and I'm going to take the Jiva and knock it down to D. I don't know yet. But anyway, I was looking for a new guitar, and I've always wanted a Paul Reed Smith. But not just any Paul Reed Smith. I wanted a Custom 24 with a Floyd. Those are not easy to come by. They don't really. I have a. There it is. It's an eyelash. The only way for a while that you could get them was through a custom shop order, and I don't know about you, but I don't have $3,000 sitting around just doing nothing. So I saw that they had made an SE Custom 24 with Floyd, and it was in this really cool. It's really reflective. I'm sorry, you're gonna see like, ooh, look, It goes on forever. The reflection. It's this really pretty gray black is what they call it. But it's kind of like just a really dark flame. Of course it's a veneer because it's an SE. We all know that. Which is fine. Whatever. I don't get hung up on such things. But the SE version, there's nothing wrong with SEs. They play just as good as the American versions of them. And the thing that I love about this one, and I don't remember when they started. This is supposed to be a 2018, but the 2018s were made in Korea. This one is actually made in Indonesia. So it's a dedicated factory that Paul Reed Smith has in Indonesia that only makes Paul Reed Smith guitars. However, they are made by Cort. All the people my age know who Cort is. But I have to say, but I like that he has a signature on here and SE is there. It's not PRS SE. It says Paul Reed Smith. So, when you buy a Paul Reed Smith SE, you do own a Paul Reed Smith. Sure, it's not the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000, $20,000 American version, but I mean, those guitars. I'm not dissing Paul Reed Smith. I think he makes beautiful instruments, and they are beautiful, and they are expensive. They're stupid expensive. I think that you can't convince me that there's a guitar on the planet that's worth $10,000. I don't care. It's just not. That's ridiculous. But, that notwithstanding, I still wanted one. And I knew I was never going to be able to afford one, so I took a chance and ordered the SE version. I ordered it from Zounds, which I thought was Z-Zounds, as we used to call it in the day, because it's the way it's spelled, but it's Zounds. Found that out when I called them. So anyway, enough of my tomfoolery. This is as mentioned before, custom. The reason why I'm doing this is because there's exactly one review on YouTube, and it is an official Paul Reed Smith video. So you know that they're going to say that, it's amazing and awesome. There's unboxings, and there's people doing unboxings and go, yeah, this is it out of the box. Isn't it beautiful? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, but do you like it? What's to like about it? Hello. So I decided for all the people that are in my boat that want a Paul Reed Smith and can't afford a Paul Reed Smith, they can get the SE version. Are they good? Do they play well? Do they sound well? Does the Floyd on this thing keep its tune? Well, I'm about to show you. First off, so the tuners, let's just go right into specs. The tuners are stock PRS tuners, which is irrelevant because this is a double locking trim. It's a double locking system, so you don't necessarily need like stupid good tuners. Just plain Jane stock tuners will do just fine. And I tuned it up after I adjusted the bridge a little bit, and they work fine, so no problems there. The neck is surprisingly rosewood. I know that rosewood's become a rather bit of a touchy subject in the world of guitar making these days. Thank you, Gibson. So a lot of manufacturers are using rosewood alternatives, but this is rosewood. They must have had a pretty big back stock of rosewood, I guess. So, my fretboard of choice is ebony, then maple, then rosewood, or rosewood-like. But it feels good. It's smooth. It's really smooth, actually. The fretwork on it is like butter. There's no sharp edges anywhere. Up top, all the way down, it is nice and slick. It does have a painted back, so you got your normal, the neck can get a little sticky if it's not, satin finished, but so far it's not bad. The finish is like, it feels silky and smooth, not gunky. We got binding on the body. It looks like wood binding. I think it actually is wood binding. Regardless of what it is, it's pretty. It's very pretty. See, it goes around. It goes inside this cutaway, and it goes around to the back. And it's got these really big strap buttons. I don't play live much these days, so it's not a big deal. But these are nice buttons. They're not cheap and just little things. They're big, so that's good. And you got volume, tone. These knobs are useless to me. I don't use any of them except, well, when I'm not playing, I'll turn the volume down. Let me turn the wall off. Ah! There we go. I know, tight ship I run here. So, volume, tone. The tone knob is really useless for me. I'm metal, and I'm pretty much metal 24/7, 7 days a week. I don't use the tone knob for anything, and it does. Hey, look, it coil taps. Again, useless for me because I play humbuckers for a reason. If I want single coils, I'll get a guitar with single coils in it. I mean, the option's good. Not everybody that owns this is going to play metal, although it's got a Floyd Rose on it. I don't really know why you would play any other kind of music on a guitar that has a Floyd. I mean, I get that the Floyd can do all sorts of cool things, but, I don't know many metal players, or many non-metal players that use a Floyd on a guitar. If there are, then by all means, let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious. I did see a country band once. The guy was playing Floyd on it, but he didn't touch it. He didn't touch the whole time. It's like, do you have it blocked? I know people who buy guitars with Floyds and then they block them, and I'm like, well, how are you doing that? Why didn't you just get a regular one? I don't know. People like what they like. So anyway, it's got a 3-way switch instead of a 5-way switch, which again is fine with me. This review is going to be geared more towards the high gain metal hard rock people. I don't care what the guitar sounds like clean. I do not care. That's not why I play guitar. Every once in a while I'll play clean, but I mean, I don't. That's every guitar can play clean. Your clean tone mostly comes from your amp instead of your guitar. I mean, let's be honest. Any amp, a good amp, can make a crappy guitar sound great. Not vice versa. So, man, we're full of brutal facts and opinions. I think they're mostly opinions. They are pretty much all opinions because, we're all different guitarists. They like what they like and they hate what they hate. And there's no... If you convince a guitarist to change, you've done the impossible, my friend. Alright, anyway, so again, I'm rambling and I apologize. So, does it stay in tune when you wail on it? fretted it right. That's pretty much in tune. So the Floyd on here is not a Floyd Rose Special. If you can see, kind of maybe right there. It's not a licensed Floyd. It's not a Paul Reed Smith branded Floyd. By the way, if you ever see a guitar like a Jackson and it has a Floyd on it and it says Jackson on it, that is the lowest of the low bracket of a Floyd you can get. It works, but they're generally made out of cheaper materials, and they can be tricky. I've owned plenty of them. But this is a Floyd Rose 1000, which is the, like, here's the, like, top tier, bestest Floyd Rose that you can buy right here. The Floyd Rose 1000 is just below that. It's like the second down from like the ones you find on $20,000 guitars. So, you know, good on you, Paul Reed Smith Indonesia, for actually putting a quote real Floyd on it. I hate it when people say that. Oh my God, I hate it. It's a Floyd. A Floyd is a Floyd is a Floyd is a Floyd is a double locking trim. Yeah, there's some that are cheaper than others, but they all pretty much do the same job. Sometimes the lower end ones just don't hold up as well. They break. The screws wear out on them and you got to replace them. But they all do the job for the most part. So anyway, yeah, it plays really good. Sings pretty well. Well, that's my amp. It's got a noise gate on it. So my amp is a Black Star ID Core 10. Love it. But it has that noise gate on it to keep it clean, which is fine. I don't sit here going, I'm gonna hold that note forever. If it does that, that's good enough for me. I don't need it to hold for 20 minutes. Anyway, so my overall impressions of this guitar is it's great. I have played real, oh, here we go again with the real and not real. Oh, yours is an SE, it's not a real Paul Reed Smith. There's one guy online on Facebook that is on there comparing an American to an SE. This is a Paul Reed Smith. This is not. Yeah, it is, dude. For one, even if the old ones that say PRS, that stands for Paul Reed Smith, and it's made from his specs. It's made from, everything's the same except the veneer instead of a solid maple cap. Still solid maple under there. It's just a pretty little picture on top. And the tuners are different, and the blah, 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 blah. This is the real one. This fake one. It's not real. Whatever, dude. Whatever. You're telling me that a Mexican-made Fender isn't a real Fender? Wrong. Anyway, got a little tangent there. I'm full of tangents. I'm excited. This guitar video I've done in a while. I need to do more suck less videos, and I will. And then this video has gone on way too long. But anyway, I do got a couple of gripes. And one of them's a minor gripe. It's so minor, I shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to say it. This is alright, let me turn the volume down. This is a Floyd, this is a guitar with a Floyd Rose on it. What's missing from this back plate? I'll give you a minute. Well, not a minute. If you guessed the two little slits in the back where you can make the adjustments if you change string gauges or tunings, you would be correct. They're not on there. Bad Paul Reed Smith. Bad. I mean, I know. Just take the damn plate off. It's gonna take you what, 10 more seconds, maybe 20. Again, small gripe. You can just take it off and leave it off. That's what I actually usually do. Except, look what Ibanez thought to do. Yep. So I'm an Ibanez guy. I love Ibanez. I love Jacksons. I love metal geared guitars. Now, Paul Reed Smith is a guitar that everybody can play. I mean, Opeth plays Paul Reed Smiths. That guy from Creed and Alter Bridge, he has his own signature. I know who he is. Mark Tremonti. Yeah, that guy. Nothing against the guy. You know, I'm glad that he's not in Creed anymore. Although I don't really like Alter Bridge either. Man, I'm salty today. I have nothing against Alter Bridge. I'm just not a fan. Nothing against him. He's a great guitarist. He is a great guitarist. I know that he has. I would just like to see him in something, a little less on the mainstream. Anyway, oh my God, I better shut up now. Everybody's like gonna hate me. One more. Okay, the last part of this review. So, this is what the pickups sound like. Overdrive. I'll put it on clean. Well, that might not be a good Is that like an overdrive clean? It is. What in the hell? There we go. It's on the neck pickup, bridge pickup. So it's just there. So the pickups they're just there. There's nothing special about them. There's no accentuated mids or highs or lows. It's like completely flat, which is fine. But it's like I'm making very unfair comparisons here. It's so unfair. The Jiva 10 has a personality. When you hear it, it's like, oh yeah. And this is just like, oh yeah. It's just there. It's not bad. It sounds good, but it's just not there. You know, they don't have any personality, and that's been a problem for me. I'm kind of going back and forth about this. Like, do I want to keep this? Do I want to? And I did this with their payment plan, by the way. And I'm like, do I want to pay on this guitar for a year? And do I want to finance a guitar that I have to upgrade? I mean, I don't have to upgrade it, but I'm going to, because they're just kind of there. Like, even like Paul Stanley's Ibanez Iceman, those pickups were mean sounding. These are not mean sounding. They are just there. That's my opinion. I could be just spoiled, and I could be just a dick. But yeah, they're just kind of there, and I like zebra pickups, and they're like a special version of their American ones. I forgot the model names of them. I'm not going to try looking it up. But yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing is getting Paul Reed Smith, because I want to keep it Paul Reed Smith, just because I don't want to put DiMarzio's in it or Seymour's in it. That'd just be weird. Or Ian, or Make It Active. I do not want to Make It Active. I love Seymour Duncan's Blackouts. I love those pickups, but I'm not putting them in this. I want this to be passive, and I want it to be Paul Reed Smith parts. So I'm probably going to wind up getting Paul Reed Smith's metal pickups, because they're high output and they're supposed to be nasty. I've heard them, and they sound good. So anyway, put her down. That is my review of the Paul Reed Smith SE Custom 24 with a Floyd. It's a great guitar. It plays great. That Floyd Rose is not going out of tune. And I've tried to put it out of tune. It ain't going anywhere. It's just the pickups, man. The pickups are just, they're not jiving with me. They're just not jiving with me. So anyway, let me know what you think. Am I completely wrong? Please let me know if I'm completely wrong, because I like hearing what other musicians, people in general, have to say. Am I wrong about Alter Bridge? Give me a song by Alter Bridge that'll change my mind. Why do I keep going about Alter Bridge? I really don't have anything against them. I'm just not a fan. It's because he has a Paul Reed Smith guitar. That's why. That's why. Am I, was this review any good? Was it stupid? Did it help? If it didn't help, let me know what didn't help, and I will work around that, and I'll do better next time. Or if there's something that you want reviewed, let me know. Alright, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you stopping by my little channel, and I will see you around, and hopefully within the next few months or so I will have much better video qualities. I'm working on something, so thank you, and take care.